The first time Henry met Sam, they were 8 years old, standing on opposite sides of a chain-link fence that separated their backyards. Henry had just moved into the neighborhood, clutching a baseball in his trembling hands, nerves making his stomach twist. Sam peeked through the links, his eyes bright with curiosity, and asked, "You play?" That single question ignited a bond that would define their lives. Throughout childhood, they were inseparable. Summer days were filled with reckless joy, riding bikes at breakneck speeds down the cul-de-sac, racing to the ice cream truck with sweaty palms clutching quarters, and playing baseball until the streetlights blinked on. Winters brought snowball fights that ended in fits of laughter, breath visible in the cold air, and forts built from white powdery walls where they whispered their wildest dreams. They traded comic books like sacred artifacts, told ghost stories at sleepovers that left them wide-eyed until dawn, and vowed they would never drift apart. Then came high school. Henry's love for books consumed him, his nose constantly buried in a novel or an advanced mathematics problem, while Sam was drawn to the roar of the crowd, becoming the star quarterback. Their paths diverged, their interests seemingly pulling them apart, but their bond held fast. Even when their social circles clashed, they found solace in late-night drives, stolen moments at the old diner over burgers and fries, and evenings spent lying on rooftops, counting stars and whispering about the future. College wrenched them in opposite directions. Henry, always chasing knowledge, left for the East Coast, while Sam stayed behind on a football scholarship, the stadium lights illuminating his triumphs. At first, they exchanged handwritten letters, long, detailed accounts of their new worlds, then emails filled with nostalgia, and later, brief but meaningful phone calls, their voices laced with longing. Time passed, life pressed on, but their friendship remained a steady heartbeat beneath the noise of adulthood. Then life delivered its blows. Henry's career in engineering became all-consuming blueprints and deadlines, replacing the simplicity of childhood joy. Sam's dream of professional football shattered with a career-ending injury, leaving him adrift until he found purpose coaching young athletes. They married, built families, and navigated the chaos of adulthood from different states, but every summer, they returned to their hometown. Their tradition was unshakable, an afternoon at the old baseball field, worn mitts in hand, where laughter echoed like an old song they never forgot. Then tragedy. Henry lost his wife, and grief consumed him like a storm. He shut himself away, drowning in the silence of an empty home. And then, just as he had so many years ago, Sam showed up unannounced, standing at Henry's door with a baseball in his hand and a simple, "You play?" No grand speeches, no forced comfort, just a presence, unwavering and real. Through shared silence, tears that spoke more than words, and memories that clung to them like lifelines, Henry found his way back, one moment at a time. The years marched on. Their children grew into adults, their own lives pulling them further apart. But Henry and Sam always found their way back to each other. Until one summer, Sam didn't show. Henry called, his heart thudding with dread, and was met with Sam's son's quiet voice delivering the news. Sam had passed peacefully in his sleep. That summer, Henry returned to the field alone. The sun cast long shadows, the air thick with memories. He stood on the pitcher's mound, gripping the baseball as if it held the past within its stitches. He threw it, his heart swelling, and in his mind he saw Sam on the other side, mid-open, laughing, ready to catch. Some friendships are not bound by time. Some bonds endure beyond distance, beyond life itself. And as long as Henry lived, he knew Sam would always be there, waiting just beyond the fence, forever his best friend.